Here we are on my Are You Mad series with Elizabeth Ashton. I have amazing guests I'm going to be interviewing today on episode 9. This little J Gambino, he's a big personality. He's a humanitarian first, entertainer second. He is an ambassador of peace. I'd like him to share a little bit more about that. Little J, introduce yourself and tell us all about you.
First, I want to say thank you for letting me be here today. So thank you for having me here today. Yes, I'm a humanitarian first, an ambassador through the UPF, Universal Peace Federation. They appointed me that, and I've been an ambassador for peace in this town for 16 years.
That's amazing. Yeah, so we met actually through my employer. I was working for My Vegas magazine, Mark Allen Schaefer. We met at a party that he was giving. And yeah, that's when we first met.
I was the guest of Dr. Susan Fennick. She's with CSI, Sex Trafficking Investigations. So, yeah, as a humanitarian, I do a lot in Vegas to create unity in the community. And one of the things I do is I'm strong against the human sex trafficking. I can't get into the details of all that, but I'm very active with preventing human sex trafficking.
So it's like kind of similar to what I do as a therapist. I have kind of HIPAA laws I have to follow. Do you have to follow
That's right.
certain laws
Yes. Oh, sure.
to protect the
Sure,
innocent?
because if something's under investigation and, you know, it's under investigation, you can't be throwing it out there.
Yeah, absolutely. I
But I
understand.
will say this, be aware and care. I started a campaign called Be Aware and Care. Be aware that sex trafficking is real and it's really happening in our city 24 hours a day, and care enough to do something about it. You know, you don't have to get in there and try to be a hero, but I do have some business cards I'll leave with you. It's got the 1-800 human sex trafficking line number to call if you think something's going on. If you see
Do you know
something
what? I know it's
suspicious.
real, not to interrupt you, but I almost happened to be twice.
Very real.
One time I was at Smith's, and this guy's like, I have a job for you. And then luckily I had the instincts to call my friend and do a video call, and then he left all of a sudden.
Yeah.
And then another time I was at Mandalay Bay, and I can be kind of vulnerable or...
And you look very young.
That could be part of it too.
Very young.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And then my friends were very protective of me. They're like, leave her alone. You know, I was just with my friends, and yeah, I almost got taken twice. So I know this is real.
It's very real.
And to be honest, I get really nervous about my daughter. Like one time we were at Costco, all of a sudden I couldn't see where she went, and I started freaking out, calling for her because I was worried she got taken. And then she had seen a friend and she was embarrassed, so she like scooted around the corner. But I mean, I think a lot of parents are on high alert, being very, almost like paranoid.
There's two major awareness, if I could share.
Yeah.
Two major things all parents have to teach their children, their daughters especially, but also sons. Boys do get taken as well. There is a scam going on. There's a crew of people that have knockoff perfumes. They've got them in the trunk of their car, and they're in the parking lots. They're in the parking lots of the dollar store, the Walmarts, the Targets, and as pretty girls are walking by, they got a great opening, you know, and they hire good-looking guys for this. These guys are the middlemen, the ones that'll snatch you. Young guys, good-looking, they look at the girls, hey, pretty lady, I got this nice cologne. Would you like to try it? And they have you sniff it, where there's something in it that knocks you out. That's it.
Interesting.
You just pass out.
Oh,
you
wow.
sniff it, you pass out, you're in the trunk of the car, you're gone. That's simple. And then there's Craigslist and online scams. Everybody comes to Vegas wanting to be a model, wanting to be a singer, wanting to be a dancer. They host these casting calls. They host them up in a major casino, so you feel safe. Then you go in there, you meet all these people, and that looks like a nice little function, kind of like how we met at a real function.
Yeah.
So you got like 50, 60 people in the room, and then everybody's, you know, I'm aspiring to be a model, a singer, a dancer. You're networking, you're meeting, the guy's walking around snapping your picture. They're telling you, we'll call you in 48 hours if you're what we're looking for. We're here looking for people to film this movie. So 48 hours later, you get the call, right? Because they're picking all the people they think are marketable, you know? And you're thinking you're getting picked to film a movie. So they call you and they say, we like you, come and meet us here. We're going to have orientation, and we're even going to include travel. We're going to fly you out to location. We're going to be filming in Mexico. It's all bogus. All these bright-eyed, it's sad. It's really sad. All these bright-eyed girls and even young boys from all over the world, they come in. They're basically between the ages of 16 and 26. And they say, yeah, I got called, you know. And you're like, oh, I got called. And you're seeing these pretty faces. They bring out the champagne, let's celebrate. They bring out the snacks, but they're Mickeying your drinks. But before you know it, everybody in the room that's been called for a movie is now passed out. They literally bring a truck, an unmarked truck, almost like a like a U-Haul truck, throw you in there. You're gone. You're gone. You end up in Mexico, but not there to film a movie.
That's too bad. And I appreciate you getting awareness out there because I like to use my, well, you called it a talk show. I call it a visual podcast.
It's a beautiful talk show.
Yeah,
look at you. Go, girl. Let's give it up for Liz. Let's give it up for Liz. I mean, look at this.
And Little Jay is so funny. He's a comedian. You're entertainer second.
Yeah.
Even yesterday when he told me, one of my other guests that are coming on, you were telling me a little bit about her, and you're like, don't worry, she doesn't have a record. And I'm like, only in Vegas would somebody say that, right?
Yeah. I go, oh, I was telling you about Katie. You're the guest.
Yeah.
I said, she's like Mary Poppins. I go, she's like a real life Mary Poppins. It's incredible because she loves children. She loves to sing. She's pure at heart. And you don't meet anybody in Vegas that hasn't caught a case, you know? I said,
totally.
She's clean as a whistle, no record.
I just thought that was, I was laughing about that when I was going to sleep, honestly, how you said that.
Well, you're leaving it to an Italian, you know? I'm Gambino, so you can imagine the people I know.
And you have amazing wine. He has his own wine, which I've tried the sparkling and then the red wine. It's phenomenal. So we did an event actually on Monday. And it was West Coast Oasis. So do you want to tell the
WSO.
So
WSO is called the West Side Oasis.
Okay.
It's a jazz club over on Lake Mead and Revere. Nice, really classy, not trashy, very classy. The best Sunday brunch you could ever go to, in my opinion, hands down. They've got a live band. They're the old school cats. They're the people that played with Marvin Gaye, the people that played with B.B. King, people that played with Shaka Khan. So all the people that were very popular in the 60s, 70s, and 80s, those band members are there. They're playing music live, incredible catfish and collard greens. So you could sing, you could dance, you can listen to music. It's beautiful. So that's what they do on Sundays. But on Monday nights, forget about it. I got the winning team. It's me and DJ Jackpot, okay? The only thing I want to say is you got a dream, go for it. And I'd like to say this to all the comedians and singers that show up at the WSO. The WSO West Side Oasis, I call it on Monday nights the West Coast Apollo because I'm from New York. We have showtime at the Apollo. And my slogan, of course, being Italian, is forget about it. And what we're trying to say is when you come on Monday nights to have fun with us, leave your problems behind that door. Once you walk in, you got problems, forget about it. Come in, have a good time. And remember, comedians are everywhere. Everybody has a different sense of humor. Perfect your craft. Get to know your audience. That's all you got to do.
I love comedians that don't make fun of other people, but more. I'm okay if they're making fun of themselves, but I'm the type I never put anybody else down. But I'll put I don't know. I like those kind of comedians. I feel like you're more like that.
Yeah, I try to keep it. I leave politics and religion out of it.
Yeah, that's smart.
And I just joke about myself, and then people can relate. You know, I'm short, I'm chubby, you know, so I joke about it.
Yeah,
you know?
those are the kind of comedians I like.
But the main thing I wanted to tell everybody is remember, don't let anybody judge you. If you are a singer, whatever genre you're singing, there's an audience for you. It's not about rock is better, rap is better, you know, acoustic is better. It's about there's an audience for all of you. So just remember that. Because when you turn on the radio and you hear a song and you go, oh, I love this song, I guarantee you there's somebody that says, I hate this song. That's just how comedians are. When you're out there making people laugh, people go, ooh, I love this comedian. There's somebody else going, I hate that comedian. Point is, none of you have to feel bad. There's an audience for all of you, but base everything on respect.
That's a good point.
Just base it on respect. I always say nothing's funny if it hurts someone's feelings, okay? It's funny as long as you're not hurting nobody's feelings. If somebody's laughing and they got tears down their face, bravo. If somebody's got tears down their face because they're humiliated, that's not good.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay, just respect and just know that there's an audience for you. And if you want to come down on Monday nights, Terry and Hero, I thank you for giving me and Jackpot this opportunity. You've given us Monday nights. We're calling our venue the West Coast Apollo. We invite all independent artists, singers, comedians. This is your chance to take things to the next level, okay? You can be a great singer, a great comedian, but you need exposure. You got to be seen. You got to be heard. That's what me and Jackpot do.
Yeah.
We use those Monday nights as a platform so that all you independent artists can take it to the next level.
Yeah, and I'm going to interview him next. So
There
thank
you
you
go.
so much.
There you
Thanks
go.
so much for
Thank
coming
you.
on.
Thank you.
And one last thing, if you could say in the camera.
Yeah.
Hey,
Forget about it.
hey, this is Jake Gambino on Are You Mad podcast with Elizabeth Ashton, and then your slogan.
There you go. How you guys doing out there? I'm Jay Gambino, entertainer, humanitarian. It was great to be here today with Elizabeth Ashton on Are You Mad? Are you mad? What exactly does that mean? Like, are you mad? Are you crazy mad? Or are you just mad about Elizabeth? Whatever it is, come down, see her show. It's a nice vibe. It's a nice thing. Elizabeth, thank you so much. You're awesome. I hope your music takes off. You deserve the best. And all of yous out there, remember, we all got problems, but when you go out to have a good time, forget about it.
Hey,
That was awesome. You did awesome, Jay.
Thank you.
You're so awesome. I love it.
We live in a world that is so corrupt. It's like a big volcano ready to erupt. They say that money is where it begins, like an evil root made of 7 deadly sins. Sin number 1, you know that money fuels pride. Think you did it on your own, forgot the Lord was your guide. Sin number 2, you know that money fuels greed. You think you never have enough, wanting more than you need.
It's up to you and me to change society. We gotta pray together, peace and harmony. Create values for others, love one another. Money can be good when you help each other.
Sin number 3, you know that money fuels envy. Sell your soul to be like the rest. Yeah, you're jealous of others who are wearing the best. Sin number 4, you know that money fuels wrath. You will rob other people just to take what they have. Sin number 5, you know that money fuels gluttony. Now you consume so much more than what's needed. Living large, have it all, yeah, you're fat and conceited.
It's up to you and me to change society. We gotta pray together, peace and harmony. Create values for others, love one another. Money can be good when you help each other.
Sin number 6, you know that money fuels lust. Now a man uses money for deeds unjust. Money equals power, and power equals women. Money leads the path into moral ruin. Sin number 7, you know money fuels sloth. You forgot how to live like a man of the cloth. Paying other people to follow your command. Your laziness is softened, your hard-working hands. So when you're making your money, your grip, your dough, try helping other people, your family, your bro. Always thank God when you're sitting on top, 'cause he blessed you there and he can let you drop.
It's up to you and me to change society. We gotta pray together, peace and harmony. Create values for others, love one another. Money can be good when you help each other.
Helping each other, that's what we gotta do. Just like we did tonight. Lady T, Tiger Styles, Double D. You know it's Little J and the crew hanging out, and we gonna bring it together. We got to do what we got to do. We got to love one another and never forget that God is our Savior.